Good morning, Kingsley community. Pastor Colleen Wehrman here, coming to you with another daily devotion for Thursday morning, September 22nd, 2022. Get on the right page. We are doing the devotional. Okay, hold on. These things are sticking. Here we go. Be Still and Know by Broad Street Publishing. And today's devotion is called Embracing Weakness. So James 4, verse 10, humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he will lift you up. So the writer writes, do you ever find yourself suddenly aware of your own glaring weaknesses? Aware that if left up to your own good works, you would stand a chance of attaining salvation? I don't believe that, but okay. We should find great comfort in the fact that we are nothing without salvation in Christ. That I do believe. Thankfully, God made a way for us to be united with him, despite impatience, selfishness, anger, and pride. God deeply cares for us and patiently sustains us with steady, faithful, and adoring love. Amazingly, his love even goes beyond this to embrace and transform our weakness when we yield it to him. Weakness isn't something to be feared or hidden. Weakness submitted to God allows the power of Christ to work in you and through us. So I think of the Apostle Paul, who prayed for the thorn in his side to be removed over and over and over and over again. And God said, my grace is sufficient for you, Paul. You are made perfect. I will make you perfect in your weakness, because then I look strong. Okay. Because we know the Apostle Paul was kind of a little man, not really, wasn't one of those charismatic preachers with the whoop-de-doo on their head and the skinny jeans, pencil jeans, those guys. He was, let's just say he was not attractive. He was probably pretty ugly. And he had some kind of issue. And my guess would be it was something that people could see, maybe on his face or something, because he really wanted it to go, and he was not a strong preacher. He was a better writer. However, God gave him amazing sermons to preach to people when he was there, usually in the synagogue to the Jewish people, and then they'd kick him out. You look at the Apostle Paul's travels. He would travel somewhere, go to the synagogue, because he was Jewish, so that's where they would go. That was the church that, all the people would try to get to. And then he would preach about Jesus, and they'd kick him out. And then he'd go preach in the streets. So, funny. But he was made perfect in his weakness. So God says, when you are weak, I look stronger. So embrace our weaknesses, which most of us don't like to do, because this world bases our, our purpose and our self-worth based on our strengths. What are your strengths? The part where the employer will ask him, what are your weaknesses? And then we try to look for a weakness that looks like we're still doing good. Like, I work too much, or I need to, not put so many hours in for, those kind of things, where it's like, weakness. Let's see. I bite people's head off when they irritate me. That's never listed on your interview questions, right? Because we don't want to look weak. But know that weakness, God will do something with always. He will make himself known through our weakness. And so that goes along with not just our personalities, but even in times of suffering or trials where we just feel hopeless, lost, we don't know what to do next. God will come on stronger and stronger and let you know he's with you. So that's good news. Let's see, what else? This Sunday I'm going to talk about our last hard question. Ever wonder why? That's our series, and we're asking God hard questions because we believe God will give us the answers. So we've asked questions like, why does God allow suffering in the world? How do I know that I can trust God? And this week we're going to ask, does God really love me? And so that's a big question, because a lot of people don't feel worthy of God's love. Well, I'm here to tell you that has nothing to do with it. So that's good news. And so we'll talk about what God's love is. And it's who he is. It's a characteristic of God. And it's not based on a feeling or a platitude or an abstract type of emotion. It's based on action. So we'll look at that, and then we'll look at how God's love, there's different love. There's love that we give to someone because we want something in return. And there's also love that God gives that adds value to our life. So we're going to talk about that. Not sure how that's going together. And, it's Thursday, so I should probably work on that. Anyway, join me this Sunday live stream if you can't make it in person at 9 a.m. right here on our Facebook page, or you can watch it later in the week if you can't get there early in the morning, you sleep in or whatever. You can watch it on the Facebook page, or you can go to our YouTube channel, which is Journey with Jesus And I'm going to change that name because people are going to look for Kingsley Methodist Church on YouTube. So we'll have to change that because they can't find us. So, or you can go to KingsleyMethodistChurch.com and all of the sermons are there. So I hope you have a good weekend. And remember, you're always welcome at our church at 9 a.m. It's early, but start your day off right. See you soon. Bye.